You should have stayed out. For all our sakes.
I tried.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the film characters most skilled at close combat with or without weapons. Number 20, James Dalton, Roadhouse. If there were ever anyone overqualified for his job, it's James Dalton.
Escort this gentleman to the door.
A bouncer hired to clean up a rowdy roadhouse in Missouri, Dalton faces stiff resistance from the belligerent patrons, some employees, and the local rich jerk Brad Wesley. Thankfully, however, his fighting skills are as tight as his jeans. While he can still be overcome by enough numbers, Dalton can take down even the most skilled of Wesley's goons with a good old roundhouse kick. Plus, it's no ordinary fighter who can tear a man's throat out with his bare hands. Number 19, Kurt Sloan, kickboxer franchise. A professional kickboxer, Sloan becomes involved in a Muay Thai fighting ring in Thailand, following a grievous loss by his brother, Eric. While the actor who plays him has varied over the years and reboots, one thing that never changes is Kurt's abilities in the ring. Not only is Kurt a great fighter, he's able to endure quite a lot of punishment too. He's also prone to a little theatricality with his moves, with high kicks being a prominent part of his arsenal. Whether he's out for vengeance or merely retaliating, Kurt Sloan is one kick-ass kickboxer. Number 18, Oh Dae-soo, Old Boy. A South Korean businessman, Oh Dae-soo is one day imprisoned in an apartment building for unknown reasons. During his confinement, he trains daily in fighting, planning for his escape. When he finally gets released, he goes on a roaring rampage of revenge. Although his style is amateurish compared to most of our other entries, Dae-soo's indomitable endurance and ferocity still marks him as a distinguished fighter. His brawl against an entire hallway of thugs with nothing but a hammer is the stuff of movie legends. Tragically, it isn't his lack of fighting skill that overcomes Dae-soo, but, well, we won't spoil it for you. Number 17, Jason Bourne, Bourne franchise.
Jesus Christ. That's Jason Bourne.
So says everyone when they encounter this amnesiac super spy. Bourne may have lost his identity, but his body remembers what his mind does not. In addition to his fantastic gun and car handling abilities, Bourne also has supremacy when it comes to hand-to-hand fighting. Using his fists and whatever else comes to hand, the ex-assassin can fight off the killers and other agents sent by his former employers. Bourne's rapid strikes and ability to improvise allows him to deliver an ultimatum to his foes. Tell him why they're after him, or else. See what we did there?
I hear you're still looking for me.
Bourne?
What do you want?
Number 16, Achilles Troy. This Greek mythological warrior takes part in the Trojan War. Reputed to be invulnerable except for his famous weakness, Achilles is unmatched in battle. The legendary fighter can take down the most imposing of champions with the greatest of ease. Even Hector of Troy proves no match for Achilles' overwhelming skill with the sword and spear. While the fighter is eventually felled, it isn't in a hand-to-hand fight, instead falling to an arrow shot into his infamously weak heel. Achilles may die, but his prowess is as immortal as his name. Number 15, Batman, Various. Come on, he's Batman, exactly.
What are you? I'm Batman.
The Caped Crusader may be armed to the teeth with gadgets and vehicles, but at the end of the day, he beats up the criminals of Gotham using his gauntleted fists. Batman's actual skill level does vary depending on the on-screen version, but his ability to take on supervillains never diminishes. The Dark Knight is skilled with swords and various martial arts, and in using stealth to get the drop on his enemies. But whether he's sneaking around or facing a foe head-on, Batman is a terrifying opponent for anyone.
The hell are you supposed to be?
Number 14, Alluri Sitarama Raju, Triple R. He may be a real-life historical Indian revolutionary, but his movie incarnation is basically a superhero. Alori Sitarama Raju, better known as Ram in the film, is determined to get his fellow revolutionaries weapons, even if it means working for the British Raj. To that end, he performs some utterly absurd feats of martial prowess. Ram fights an entire mob in pursuit of a single man, and he wins. He punches a tiger with fire. Just about the only person who could match Ram in combat is his BFF and fellow revolutionary, Komaram Beam. While he was also a tempting choice for our list, we feel like Ram edges him out just slightly. They've both got a lock on the list of best answers, though. Number 13, Comm, Tom Yum Goong franchise. Tony Jaa's many characters tend to kick ass, and Comm is perhaps his most famous. A guardian for a line of royal war elephants, Comm is determined to save the animals when they're stolen. The criminals who have taken them soon come to regret it when he comes knocking. Comm's Muay Thai fighting style favors plenty of high kicks and knees, and he uses them to blow through most of the goons pitted against him with ease, and plenty of broken bones. Comm rarely holds anything back, and it makes for some electrifying fight scenes. Number 12, Isaiah Bourne, Blood and Bone. An ex-convict turned underground fighter, Bourne spends most of his titular film embarrassing everyone he's pitted against. Played by the incredibly underrated Michael Jai White, Bourne is a mixed martial artist of shocking skill. Whether he's facing multiple opponents or single fighters, Bourne always manages to make defeating them look downright easy. Muscular yet graceful, Bourne's signature moves tend to revolve around aerial punches and kicks, sometimes combining them to hit multiple people at once. There's no bones about how insane Bourne's moves are. We'll never stop loving that double spin kick. Number 11, Yuri Boa, Undisputed franchise. Self-described as the most complete fighter in the world, Boyka lives up to that title. As a phenomenally skilled Russian prison fighter, Boyka has a nearly flawless win-loss ratio, having lost only once. A mixed martial artist, he incorporates many different styles into his own, though his signature moves generally revolve around flying kicks, particularly the so-called Guyver kick. While initially presented as an antagonist in his franchise, Boyka undergoes something of a redemption, becoming more of an anti-hero. He believes his fighting skills are a gift from God, and we'd agree that they're certainly divine. Number 10, Chen Zhen, Fist of Fury franchise. A fictional disciple of real-life martial artist Huo Yuanjia, Chen Zhen's story varies depending on the film, though most depict him seeking revenge after the death of his master. Chen has been played by some of the greatest martial arts action stars of all time, including Bruce Lee, Jet Li, and Donnie Yen. Each actor has brought their own unique flair and style to the character, yet each is a spectacular fighter, whose fists and feet enact vengeance on the imperialist forces that have wronged him and his fellow Chinese people. Number 9, Frank Martin, Transporter franchise. A meticulous driver for hire who will transport any cargo for a price, Martin is equally as skilled in combat as he is behind the wheel. Despite his specific set of rules, Frank's jobs inevitably go off the rails, and he usually ends up having to bust the heads of whichever bad guys double-crossed him. Frank's fighting style is eclectic and adaptable, as he often uses whatever comes to hand as an improvised weapon. Sometimes he just utilizes the environment to put his enemies at a disadvantage, and he always looks good no matter how tough the fight is. Number 8, Wong Fhung, Various. A real historical Chinese martial artist, he's appeared in over 100 films in the last century. He has been played by everyone from Gordon Liu to Sammo Hung.
What took you so long?
I had to finish my lunch.
However, his most prominent portrayals are in the Once Upon a Time in China series and the Drunken Master film starring Jet Li and Jackie Chan respectively. While the former emphasizes Wong's traditional Hung-ga martial arts, the Drunken Master films see him practicing drunken boxing, which he actually did according to folklore. No matter his style or his actor though, Wong Fhung's legend is kept alive through some incredible action. Number 7, Neo, the Matrix franchise.
Mr. Anderson, welcome back. We missed you.
Even setting aside his ability to manipulate the Matrix to move faster and hit more powerfully, Neo is also supernaturally gifted at martial arts. In addition to Kung Fu, Neo has had dozens of martial arts disciplines and weapon fighting styles downloaded into his head. This allows him to battle against many skilled and powerful opponents within the Matrix. All that together may make Neo the most powerful person on our list. He may be the one, but he's not quite our number one. Number 6, Lee, Enter the Dragon. In Bruce Lee's final completed role, he shares a name with his character Lee, a martial artist monk turned secret agent sent to infiltrate a fighting tournament. Lee defeats all comers in the ring and even kills the crime boss at its head in a famed fight in a hall of mirrors. Perhaps the actor's most iconic character, Lee showcases his namesake's famous fighting style, Jeet Kune Do. The style focuses on intercepting blows, and it allows Lee to repeatedly get the better of his opponents, whether he's fighting them barehanded or using nunchaku. While we'd still put a few fighters ahead of him, Lee is undoubtedly an exceptional and influential movie martial artist. Number 5, Beatrix Kiddo, aka The Bride, Kill Bill Volume 1 and Kill Bill Volume 2. A deadly assassin out for revenge after she's betrayed by the title character, Beatrix Kiddo is among the most deadly female characters to ever grace the silver screen. Skilled in everything from firearms to the exquisite art of the samurai sword, the Bride is a force to be reckoned with. Although she favors the blade, Beatrix is no slouch when it comes to unarmed combat. She's mastered the 1-inch punch and the 5-point palm exploding heart technique after all. Regardless of whether Beatrix is taking on dozens of Yakuza or engaging in a brawl in a trailer, Black Mamba has quite the bite. Number 4, Chan Ka-Kui, aka Kevin Chan, Police Story franchise. Jackie Chan has already shown up on our list, but out of all his roles, Chen Ka-Kui is arguably the best fighter. A Hong Kong police officer, Chan frequently finds himself in hot water while working undercover or going up against goons. He often makes excellent use of his environment and whatever objects come to hand to fend off his attackers. Like the rest of the actor's characters, Chan also undergoes some of the most brutal stunts. If the character endures even half the punishment Jackie Chan himself took while filming, this is one super cop. Number 3, Ip Man, Various. Yet another real-life martial artist, Ip Man was the Grand Master of the art of Wing Chun, and one of his students was Bruce Lee. While a few actors have played the famed master over the years, easily the most iconic is Donnie Yen, who plays the part in the Ip Man series of films. Ip's calm, measured style is suitable to his primary role as a teacher, and usually involves him artfully defeating his opponents. But when he does lose his temper in combat, he can be downright terrifying. The man eats black belts for breakfast. Number 2, Rama, The Raid and The Raid 2. An Indonesian special ops officer, Rama is as tough as diamonds. Whether he's trapped in a crime lord-controlled apartment building or taking down a gang from the inside, Rama doesn't quit until the job is done. Skilled in the Indonesian martial art of pencak silat, Rama delivers plenty of rapid punches and kicks to his opponents, while also incorporating grapples, throws, and anything else he can lay his hands on. What's truly phenomenal about Rama is how many of his fights take place consecutively. His endurance and creativity are nearly unrivaled.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, John Wick, John Wick franchise. You probably already guessed it, John Wick has a near mythic reputation both in and out of universe. Baba Yaga is the assassin that makes other assassins check under their beds at night. Mr. Wick is a master of just about every kind of combat, though he does favor judo and jujitsu. It doesn't matter if he's armed with a gun, a pencil, a book, or his bare hands. If you try to kill him or a dog, he'll kill you. John has gone up against characters played by some of the biggest martial arts stars in the world, including many on our list, and bested them all. Who's your favorite movie fighter? Let us know in the comments.
You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you? You know, for a second there? Yeah, I kinda did.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.